Welcome everybody, and today we're taking a look at another Universal Horror Monsters and Curiosities film. So this is a box set from Umbrella Entertainment that we have been going through over the past few weeks. And yeah, today we're taking a look at 1958's The Thing That Couldn't Die. So this is directed by Will Cohen, who I've not seen anything else from before, but to be fair, he didn't really direct much outside of this one. And again, we're in a horror film territory with 69-minute running time. Stars the likes of William Reynolds, who had a smaller role in Cult of the Cobra, which is a previous film in this release, but he was also in the really rather entertaining The Land Unknown. And finally got Carolyn Kearney, who was in Young and Wild, which was one of the Youth Gone Wild films in that box set, that imprint release that we looked at that film late June. So yeah, it's nice to see something else from her so soon after that one. So a 400-year-old disembodied head hypnotizes a female psychic who recovered it using a dowsing rod to search for the rest of its body, because once it does get the rest of its body, becomes far more powerful than it already is. So yeah, now sure, this is a rather low budget effort where the effects in particular are rather obvious in how they were achieved, but I overall found this to be an engaging and somewhat entertaining effort. The effects are also far more charming than annoying. Yes, you can see how they've done it, especially when it comes to the severed head at times. It passes over from between a fake head that is being carried around to other scenes where it's clearly that the head is placed down somewhere on the ground or something, and it's clear you can kind of tell that it's the real actor, just with a surround uh, around the neck to hide the fact that the rest of the body is there. The cast is also good. The pacing is on point. It doesn't outstay its welcome at only 69 minutes long. Its singular location is well used as it primarily takes place on this farm. And there is definitely far more violence here than I expected, because we see how this severed head became severed in the first place in a flashback scene to back several hundred years ago, and you do see the person actually get beheaded, and yeah, that is pretty cool in that regard. There's also a little bit of vivid blood that is on the ground as well at times. So yeah, it's not obviously a 1970s or 80s slasher in any regards, but for something from 1958, it is definitely far more violent than I can remember seeing from most other films of this period. I think there's only one other film that I can remember, which was a sci-fi horror that also included someone getting their head lopped off. So yeah, it's not in common company in that regard. So yeah, gets a 3 out of 5 overall. Certainly far more entertaining than Cult of the Cobra. So that is our severed head in particular. Although, as you can see, he's getting rejoined with his body in that scene. And yeah, we once again shot in the 137:1 aspect ratio, again in black and white, with 2.0 DTS HD MA audio, 1080p high definition presentation, and it looks and sounds perfectly good. English language soundtrack, along with subtitles in English as well. And there is also a trailer for this film, just like there is for Horror Island on this disc. There's a trailer for this one as well, although, like I said in the previous review, no trailer for Cult of the Cobra. So, yeah, not sure why that didn't get a trailer, but it's nice to see that this one does at least have a trailer in that regard. But as per usual, when it comes to these films in this release, I really do wish it had more in the way of extras, but like I said in my unboxing review, I feel like it's more of a case of a packaging issue more than anything. But still, it's nice to finally see this one. Has been on my radar for quite some time, being a fan of 1950s horror and such. So yeah, it's nice to finally see it, but it's also really rather nice to own it as well. So yeah, it's well worth seeing, and yeah, certainly isn't much of a waste of your time, even if you don't enjoy it, being it's only barely an hour. Nonetheless, so if you have seen The Thing That Couldn't Die before, let's hear your thoughts on it. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.